Yo everybody, it's DJ Spinda here, and I'm bringing you a new top 5. Now, I'm not much of a competitive battler, but these are all going to be based off of personal opinion, design, and any personal connections I may have with these Pokemon. With that being said, let's get started on my top 5 favorite Grass-type Pokemon. Number 5 on my list is Ferrothorn. Now, Ferrothorn is a Pokemon that's a little newer, and at first I wasn't really digging him, but after I used him a little bit, especially after the Fairy type came into play, Grass and Steel is totally pivotal, and I love using him. He's, he's good to use in gameplays, he's good in battling, and his design is pretty cool. I mean, at first I wasn't really feeling it, but it really grew on me, so, that's why I had to put Ferrothorn on this list, just because that Steel typing, I know he's got a really bad Fire weakness, but that Steel typing really makes him viable when you use him for any other battling, especially with Fairy type now. So with that being said, Ferrothorn, one of my favorites. Makes the top 5. Number 4 on my list is Sawsbuck. Now, Sawsbuck is a really interesting Pokemon to me. He's not super strong or, anything like that. I just think he's really unique. I think his design is great, and I think that the whole idea of him being a seasonal Pokemon and changing with the seasons, just look at those designs. You got one for summer, one for spring, one for fall, and one for winter, and I love them all. Coming from a place where I get to have all of the seasons every single year, that Pokemon really resonates with me, and I love using it just for that ability. I think it's great. Number 3 on my top 5 favorite Grass-type Pokemon is none other than Breloom. I think Breloom is an excellent battler, and the Grass fighting type is something that I think is really unique. And he has a lot of good abilities that make him really, really usable in any battle. And, Mach Punch with a Technician boost is just so sick. And his design's pretty cool, too. Granted, I'm not much of a Shroomish fan, but it definitely pays off having a Shroomish when he evolves into something as awesome as Breloom. I think Breloom is a really well-designed Pokemon, and I think it'd be really cool to see him have a Mega Evolution, but I'll save that topic for another video. And number 2 on my list of my top 5 favorite Grass-type Pokemon is the one, the only, the super rare and legendary Celebi. I think Celebi's a great Pokemon. Psychic and Grass-type is cool. Celebi's design is cute, it looks nice, and for me, I have a lot of connections to this Pokemon. Playing the games growing up, I started out with red and blue and yellow that didn't have Celebi yet, but then I got to gold, silver, and crystal, and Celebi was such a mystic, rare, unheard of Pokemon that was so tough to get, and the harder it was for me to get it, the more I wanted it. So it just made it such an intriguing Pokemon, so much so that I had to put it on my top 5 list, and I had to put it as high as number 2, just because of that. I think that Pokemon was just a blast in my childhood chasing after it, and that's why I really, really love this Pokemon. And its move pool is pretty decent too. So, it's a time travel Pokemon, which is cool, and I love the time travel aspect to the whole Pokemon universe, and Celebi, captures that very well. So that's why that's number 2 on my list. Now, my number 1 favorite Grass-type Pokemon has to be Torterra. Torterra is such a beast. Just look at Torterra. Just look at that thing. Its design is awesome. It's got a big tree on the back, and it's this awesome, ground turtle thing, and I'm just digging the design. He's super tanky. He can take a lot of hits. He's great battling. His design's great. And, I didn't really see him much in the anime because I didn't watch the show that much during that generation. I was a little bit older, and I kind of had gotten out of it for a little while. But Torterra kind of got me back into it, honestly. When I saw Turtwig, I actually really liked the design of Turtwig, but when I saw Turtwig as one of the starters, granted, I didn't choose him the first time because I always have to take my Fire type, and don't get me wrong, Chimchar's cool and Infernape was great, but as far as Grass types go, that has got to be one of my favorite Grass starters and one of my favorite Grass Pokemon of all time, just because of the real look it can really have. If you see all this art of a real-life Torterra, and I can just imagine seeing this thing wandering around in real life and how immensely epic it would be just to see. And it's such a cool Pokemon. I think it's great. The design's cool, the attacks are cool, it's a good typing, and it's just an awesome Pokemon. I really like it. So yeah, that is my top 5 favorite Grass-type Pokemon. Now, You may have different opinions, and if some of yours didn't make it on my list, that's okay. It doesn't mean I like them any less. It's just, these are my top 5, and I personally love all 5 of these Pokemon, and there are other grass types that I like too, that I probably could have put on this list, but I really had to narrow it down because this was really tough to do. But these are my top 5, so if you have any opinions, or if you have your own top 5 or top 10 that you want to put in the comment section below, please feel free. Now, share your love on the like button, subscribe if you haven't already for more videos. I'm going to keep them coming. I got playthroughs coming, and I've got more top 5s coming. And if you have any suggestions for me, or any requests on video types that you want to do, or that you want me to do, that would be great. Leave it in the comment section below. So, with that being said, that's it.